Recording is on.
It is the 27th of August, 2020. This is WIKISPEED Standup. Michael Olchuk. I'm just going to go through my stand-up. Last week, I didn't make it to the meeting, so there's no stand-up recording to post. The ESP32 Vroom chip, I modified the program to talk to the VL51LX distance sensor, one that I had connected to an Arduino. Presently does 10 readings every 5 seconds and then reports the min, the max, and the average. So I had a Bluetooth. It's connected as a keyboard to my old Samsung Note 4 phone. And the phone's running Telegram, so it enters that data via the Bluetooth keyboard. And it gets sent over Wi-Fi. I can then see the data via Wi-Fi on any other device that I'm running that's running Telegram and that has the same topic group. The data is just logged to the screen now. There's no trending, but I can see it anywhere I have Wi-Fi. ESP32 is mounted on the same breadboard as the original Arduino prototype, and I can switch between the two for taking readings and comparing. I did take some pictures and a bit of video, so I'm giving myself a 2 on that one. And then the ESP32 chip had a problem. It's a Bluetooth keyboard to the phone. The Bluetooth didn't work while it was in the neck of the tank. The only time it would work is when it was actually outside of the concrete tank. So this requires that the ESP32 module be at the top of the tank while the sensor's mounted like 6 feet lower down in the neck. I'm planning to use a network cable, RJ45 connector on each side, the sensor side and the ESP32, and just a patch cord in between. We'll see if the noise on the I2C or I2C communications is low enough that works. Since I didn't have the connectors available, I pulled the ESP32 out of the tank, left it sitting on top, and I did a battery test. Took about 36 hours to drain the battery on the phone, but the phone's not very great, plus a 10 amp hour external battery pack. The Bluetooth data is in the format distance in millimeters, colon, and then a number. And it gets reported every 5 seconds, so 36 hours times 60 minutes times 12 reports an hour is like 26,000 Bluetooth transmissions, plus the ESP32 and the distance sensor running for 36 hours. So while it's in operation, I expect that I'll be filtering the data quite a bit, and the Bluetooth data will be 1 Bluetooth transmission per day, plus 1 every time the level changes 30 millimeters. It's possible that the Bluetooth keyboard is going to require more frequent data to be sent. Otherwise, it might automatically disconnect from the phone. I have to check that out next week. And then I've got the wiring listed for the ESP32 to the distance sensor. Next week, I'm going to, it's been on the backlog for 3 weeks now, I think, power up my new Raspberry Pis and the new breadboard from Suncatcher. I still don't have a test procedure for that one. I'm going to move one of my off-grid solar batteries and one of my inverters to a roll cart to make it mobile. That could take an enormous amount of time, but minimum viable product I'm thinking is going to be an extra large task. I want to get the 2 parts of my tank level sensor using the Cat5 connectors so that I can have one working inside and one working outside, and put it into a box of some sort so it survives the weather. I may add a power cord, I may add a rechargeable battery. I'm not sure which I'm going to do. And then other backlog stuff. Edit and post pictures for the distance sensor, the ESP32 changes, and the network cable to connect the sensor to the ESP32. So total I could complete for last week was 3, and I actually did complete 3. Projected for next week is 5, although my list shows 17. Blocks, it's summer and there's other stuff to do. It's no longer summer and there's getting to be less stuff that I can do. Retrospective, I got 3 out of 3 for my weekly plan, plus 1 for attending stand-up. That gives me 10 out of 10. and the team I'll give 6, and there's no process improvement. I forgot that it's Michael Wolchuk in Saskatoon doing stand-up. That should be about it. No crosstalk, obviously, because it's just me. And stop recording.